Hello, 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 everybody. Hope you are all doing good. 2 seconds. Hey, Patty. Hey, allegedly, how are you? Uh, Happy Father's Day to all the daddies out there and all the fur baby daddies and all of your daddies not here anymore. I was going to go to a car boot sale today, but the weather was not the greatest. And yesterday was gorgeous. The day before was gorgeous. The day we wanted to actually go and do something, it was shitty. I was really annoyed. I was like, I want to do a car boot sale so bad. So, how are you? What everyone been up to? What's been happening in the world since I've been kind of missing in action? Because, well, this is me. That's what I'm like now.
Everything perfect.
Hey, Real Entertainment, how are you? He is feeling, he's found his voice back, which is great. It's 120 degrees in Arizona. Oh my God, I would die. Like, I would die. I can't breathe when it's so like hot. Yeah, I'm returning from an exhausting family weekend. Well, that's still fun. Yeah, he's found his voice a little more. He's breathing a little better, which is great. I'm not as concerned, if that makes sense. We're still struggling to get his medicine in him. He's still not, but he's a little more bouncy in himself, which is fab. I still don't, he's still not 100%, is he? But it is progress. He's definitely feeling a lot better than he was. Do you know what I mean? Hi, Sheila. How are you, Butte? You don't know my family. Allegedly. Yeah, this is like, I feel you. You can always guarantee when my family are together, there's always like slide comments and nastiness, and just because family get-togethers wouldn't be without it. It's like, oh God. Although I wouldn't go on a family vacay or weekend away with family, to be fair. So I'd rather poke my eyes out with a hot poker, but there we go. Not that I'm a bitch or anything. I'm lying. I am a complete bitch. So happy to hear that, Joe. I've been praying. I was so worried. Like, guys, I spent so much time freaking crying. It's ridiculous. And I'm not a crier. I don't cry very often. It takes a lot for me to cry. But I was literally sat this. I think about like 3 hours. I could not stop. I couldn't stop. It was ridiculous. I was such a baby. But it's like, it was so bad. I was really, but he is feeling a bit better, which I'll take. I'll take the bit better over not better at all. Like, he's still got the lumps. His glands or lymph nodes are all or lymph nodes, sorry, are all still swollen, but there's progress within himself, which I'll take that. I will take it because I was so worried about him. It was really scary. I was really scared. Last night was crazy, Sheila. What happened last night? Tell us the goss. I'm trying to catch up on everything, and I'm just no sooner I catch up on one thing, another thing friggin' happens. I'm trying to catch up on all the creep show stuff because, well, I'm fascinated by it. Then I'm trying to catch up on the uni and the Fight the Flat Earth because, like, Fight is being such a fanny. Joe, you don't want to know. Oh no, what happened? Thank you for the super sticker, allegedly. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It was real, couldn't keep up. Who was fighting? See, I miss all the good shit. My God. I've been so concerned about my dog, though. Like drama and stuff has been the last thing on my mind. And being online has been the last thing on my mind, if I'm honest with you. I've just been more concerned about him and just like how he is and like how he's feeling and stuff like that. So I really haven't kept up with everything. If I have got time to watch a video, I was like, oh, I'm just sort of watching it just for that. Out of respect for allegedly, I don't want to speak on it. Oh, okay, that's fine. Allegedly can tell me later. Allegedly, you'll tell me later. Did you say that Jessica girl might be that Bambi Rambles reel? A video just came up from I can't remember who it was now, but just came up. No, you're not. You're not going to leave allegedly. No, ma'am. You're stopping. You are staying here. You're not allowed to leave. I'll spit the dummy. Don't make me have a tantrum. I'll stamp my feet. No, allegedly, don't leave. Just won't talk about it. Tell me what else has been going on. Tell me what else has been going on. Did anybody watch that Glaze, Ready to Glaze video on Creep Show? I felt really bad for her. Like, I genuinely felt so bad for her. Hey, Joanna. Like, I literally, like, I don't like Creep Show. I've never liked Creep Show, and I don't know who this Ready to Glare is, but I came across her video, and you could just see in her eyes, she looked so devastated that her friend, that she genuinely loved and thought that was her friend, just, like, completely screwed her over. Like, that broke my heart. That I literally, you could see it in her. Jackal, okay, yes, we understand. You found your voice. Thank you very much. Yeah, I felt so bad for her. I literally was like, that's just so freaking so bad. I could not believe it. You could literally, like, as she was saying it, you could see, like, she couldn't even look at the camera properly. She was trying her best to sort of put it all together. It was so bad. Thank you, Sheila. I appreciate that. That broke my heart, Joe. It was so sad. Like, you could see, couldn't you, in her face, if she genuinely cared for Creep Show. Like, I literally looked at her and it broke my heart. I don't know the girl. I don't know any of them. But you could just tell that. And I've been there and done that when I think that somebody's your friend and, you know, you'll do anything for a person because you think they're your friend. And then they're really not. They're just like, you know, especially like people like Creepshow that want to portray that they're 100% something else and they're perfect and they can do no wrong. Shit always comes out. Do you know what I'm saying? Hey LB, how are you? I didn't watch. I'll send you the link, Joe. You can see it. It's so bad. Like literally, actually, really, you could see that she was heartbroken. She honestly thought she had a genuine friend. It was really sad. But I don't know if you've seen my community tab. I was I managed to watch a little bit of Uni's video. We did a video on Rock, no, on Uni Rock, sorry, not on Rock a lot. And like Uni's not one that I'm going to be like friends with or anything like that. But I think how Fight the Flat Earth is behaving towards him, I think is really disgusting. And I honestly feel like uh he's using his platform, his large platform, to try and deplatform somebody just because they got a difference of opinion, and I think that's gross. I only watched Creepshow Art once or twice. Things being really said are so sad. I agree, allegedly. There's a few that I've watched and I just think they're just like me, just saying it just because it's out there and they want to talk about it and it's something to talk about. And then there's some that's obviously just going to jump on the train just to try and get the views. Do you know what I mean? Putting it all in the title and going in depth. And then there's others that were actually close to Creep Show. Do you know what I mean? Christine, hey Joe, please check your DM. Where to, babe? On IG? I will check them after this, babes, okay? As soon as I've done here, I promise I'll check. I was just on IG and I didn't see anything. I was literally just messaging without allegedly on IG. Or it might be in the other bits. I'll look as soon as I finish, babes. I haven't watched the last two videos, but I'm going to watch the last one. I agree, Joe. What the hell has happened to him? I don't know. Like, he is behaving like such. I just sent it. Okay, thank you, babe. I'll as soon as I get off here, I'll reply to you. Okay. When Fight the Flat Earth started hanging with Red Rhetoric, he changed a lot. I think he's just sort of got to his head. Like, because I heard him say, I was on benefits and my YouTube channel is how I feed my kids, which is great. Like 100%. Like that should be that's impressive. I'm not going to take that away from him. But the way he's behaving is like an absolute child, spitting the dummy, stamping his fucking feet until he gets his own way. And I'm not saying that what Uni says is right all the time because it's not. Uni can be just as bloody annoying. But the one thing Uni don't do is entice his followers to go and, bully someone or to go and do this. Do you know what I mean? And him just threatening to do like 100, was it like 72 or 100 strikes or something? That's beyond. That is beyond. This isn't going to be a long one anyway, Christy, so I'll message you, babe, because I haven't got much battery power left. But I thought I'd come on and say hi. Yeah, I don't know. I think all these people, it's another creep show when you think about it, She went from nothing to something to earning all this money and legitimately thought shit doesn't stink, And then all of a sudden, I think Fight the Flat Earth have done it as well. He's gone from something to nothing, and he also thinks his shit doesn't stink. I'll never understand some people, but I think it's a good thing. I'm with you, Sheila. I'll never understand. It's like I don't agree with Uni on, I reckon, probably 80% of the shit that he says. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I like watching some of his uploads just because they are actually done good, if that makes sense. But as far as did she have a big channel? Creepshow Art at over 500,000, yeah. But again, do you mean they go from nothing to something and they lose themselves in the meanwhile. And I think fight, sorry, Fight and Creepshow are the same. So far, though, allegedly, she's lost 120,000 subscribers in a week, or just over a week, I think it is actually. In like 10 days or something like that. She's lost 120 plus thousand subscribers. Yeah, I don't want to understand anyone, Sheila. Jesus Christ. And then her sibling, Creepshow sibling came out. And she was saying about being misgendered because people kept saying sister and she wanted to, it wasn't a she, it was like, was it them and they? I'm sure I'm going to get this wrong. I'm really shit at this kind of thing. I'm old, okay? I'm not used to this kind of thing. But they don't want to be a she. They don't want to, the pronouns, they don't want to be she, sister, they and them. Yeah, she's hemorrhaging subscribers in this last week. It's crazy. Popularity got to her, difficulty to get subs, easy to lose them. I 100% agree. People don't like being lied to or made fool of. I agree. You know, and I've said this before, like when I first started on YouTube, when I was going after KJ, I would have like 100, 200, sometimes more people in my lives while I was sitting there dragging a woman, you know, that really in reality done fuck all to me. But people liked it. People liked me sitting there dragging somebody who in reality I had no fucking beef with. Like, and I think a lot of these people that go after, like, especially Katie, like, I understand some of them. You know, if you got something that she actually done to you, then you have a right to have your say. But for others, it is just a paycheck. If you're in chat and you're not chatting, can you see who's sitting there watching? If I was on my computer, I could, and I went through Streamlab, I can, but not if I'm on my phone. But you'd need to go through Streamlab and the whole, you know, when I'm on my computer and I got like all the different things up, then you can see, I think you can see then. But I don't think you can see when you're on like this. Or if you can, I don't know how to. But I'm not 100% sure. I think when I was on Streamlabs, when I used to do it on my computer, I could, you know, when I was giving out the money to do the iGame thing, and you do the iGamble and stuff like that, I think I could see then who was in there, but I couldn't, I don't think I can doing this from recollection. But then I'm an absolute tech moron, so maybe somebody like Uni who's actually good at doing streams would actually be able to, but I'm way too bad at it. I thought it was more than that. They said she'd lost number one. Oh God, losing the amount of subs so fast. It was crazy. She lost so many. But she also privated or deleted a lot of videos as well, Sheila. She it was something like 3 point something million view videos that she's privated. So I think it's any videos that she spoke on a stalker or spoke on like her time in being homeless, and you know, the thought that somebody literally planned to be homeless is crazy to me, but I'm not in her head, so I can't judge. Hey, Maria, I can't stop, Joe. We just wanted to show the support, hailing for the great and as USA. Love you all. Be good to each other. Bye, LB. Have a great weekend or end of the weekend. I have a weird question. If I go back and watch your streams over and over again, does the number of views go up? Yes, babe, it does. Every time you click on it, that's classed as a view. I know people that do it for other creators, they'll put it on, like if they go out, they'll put it on and do like to go through all of their videos. A lot do that. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like. Thank you, LB. I appreciate that. It's getting late for you, Ria. Yours will be going up soon. I did it most of the weekend. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. Carl does that sometimes as well, if he'll like put it on in the background when he's working. Thank you, babe. I appreciate that. It definitely helps. It for sure helps. I just haven't really been on, like, I haven't watched any, I haven't even been on IG and sort of look at stuff on IG for a couple of days. I went to my messages today, this morning. I went and I replied to Patsy, and this afternoon I went and replied to Allegedly. And that's about as far as I've gone on IG. Like, it's just so bad. It just always seems like drama on there. I think, I honestly think IG is getting just as bad as Twitter. It's so annoying. Thank you, Allegedly. Yeah, I should not be here, but I just jumped in for a short while, Joe. I like you. You know. Ah, I love you, Ria. I just looked at the time and I was like, oh my God, it's like 10:30 for Ria. Sheila, I hate watch Joe for a year. She did. She did hate watch me for a year. But it's funny because when I was going, quote unquote, going after KJ, I had like so many views. Like the views were over 1,000, over 2,000, 3,000, like a lot, and a lot in my chats and stuff. When I stopped, people are fickle, you know, they want to sit and hear me like losing my shit and going after people. And I don't want, I'm not going to be that person anymore. I don't want to be that person anymore. I like having a laugh and joking around, you know. Hey, I got a joke. How'd you tell a ghost is lying? Oh God, how'd you tell a ghost is lying? How? I am a love watcher. Thank you, dear. I think I could hate watch Joe, but there's a lot I can't. Oh, I don't know, Sheila. Back in the day, you probably would have been like, "Oh my God, this bitch needs to shut their fucking mouth." Like, I swear to God, I was mean. Like, I look back on a couple of my videos over the weekend, you can see right through him. Oh my God. Did your granddaughter tell you that one? That one's good. Joe, you did what you thought was right at the time. Yeah, I did. I was standing up for my friend, you know? And now I realize that like fighting other people's battles and doing shit for monetary gain and to show how much you have, how many subs you have, and how many people like watching you. as fast as you go up is as quick as you can come down. And I've said this a lot to these newer people that are coming up now in the last year, trying to come up off Katie Joy. People are going to get bored of listening to Katie Joy shit in a minute, and you're going to be stuck with nobody in your lives like me, just that few. And I will take that few. I will take you guys any day of the week and twice on Sundays, rather than sitting here to watch everything Katie Joy does so that I can criticize it, or watching everything Uni does so I can criticize it. I'm not a Uni fan, but I'm also not going to sit there and watch his every fucking move so I can criticize it. I'm just not. It's not my thing. Me and Joanna was talking about it the other day, we was on the phone and we were saying, I just don't want to do that anymore. It's tedious. And not only that, I think Joanna made a really good point. It doesn't help if you have mental illness or have a depression or anxiety to be doing that online and going after people online. I can honestly say it's less stressful now for me that I'm 100% like absolutely not doing anything. I'm not involved in one bit of drama, and I'm okay with that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know there's drama going on between that person and this person and this person and that person, and I'm okay with not taking sides. I'm okay with just sitting here in my little bubble and just talking crap with you guys. Love you. I still hope there is a good reason he flipped, or it's pretend, or is he pretending to? I I don't know. If you want to see pretty accurate old stuff, Unveiling the Mask is pretty accurate and doesn't go low. There's too much nastiness in the world, and that's what we see every day. I don't want to see it on YouTube. Exactly, allegedly. The thing is with Katie, right? With Katie, okay, let me just start with Uni, right? My thing with Uni is I knew he was going to flip on Katie, and rightly or wrongly, right? He did it for the wrong reasons. If he wanted to just not be her friend no more, he should have took his Spider-Man pants off, put his big boy boxer shorts on, and just done it. But he didn't. He went all around the houses, and as soon as he got off that live with Augie and Creepshow Art and them lot, I literally said on that live, the next live I did, I'll give it a week. He is going to go away from and going to remove himself from Katie, which is what happened. Now, my issue with that is Katie hasn't changed, okay? Katie is still Katie. Katie is still obnoxious on times. She's still abrupt on times, and she's still fucking annoying on times. Okay? We all are. But that didn't change. So for him then to just do the, oh my God, she did this, she did that. Well, no, because she did that when you were friends with her and you chose to ignore it, which is what pissed me off. You used it because you wanted to be part of the cool kid gang. And that's what it was. I really try hard to spread love and kindness on YouTube, but it's hard sometimes. Yeah. I'm just talking when he turned on Katie, but I hope there's a good reason. There wasn't a good reason, Sheila. There wasn't at all a good reason. He literally, that's what it was. He went on that live with them, and he felt like he had to drop Katie, and that's what he did. And I think that really hurt her feelings, because I think she felt she had an ally in Uni, and it wasn't. He didn't, It is petty. I start watching streams that I thought were downright nasty. Oh, allegedly you would have hated me a year ago. I was awful. Like, Oh my goodness. I was so bad. Mm-mm. You would have been like, what is this bitch talking about? I don't like how he did that. Like a game, not okay. Exactly. And it was, Rhea. That's exactly how it was. He wants to play in the same sandpit as the bigger kids and the cooler kids. And he dropped Katie like a hot potato now that he'd got the subs. It wasn't anything like legit that she had actually done. But like saying that, people who got channels that do the whole hate Katie thing, I can guarantee that they genuinely don't fucking give a shit and don't hate her at all. But they know that's where the money is. They know that if they sit there, they can say things. No, Rhea, I'm just. Hang on, I've missed. Where are you? I'm finding it. Where is it? Rewrite it, babe. Sheila, in my opinion, that he teamed up with Katie to spite Steve and get the views, and then dropped Katie when he was getting so much hate. True. No chance where I like too many ways. People know not to take my kindness of weakness. I can chew you up and spit you out if I have to. Right? I thought she KJ dropped Creep Show. He Uni dropped KJ. Okay, so apparently Uni really can't talk on this because allegedly he never saw anything that he said in his whatever treaty film things he does lives. He didn't actually see it. Katie put a link to local or whatever it's called in there, and it was one of his mods said it, but I think that was just an excuse. Hey, not used. I caught you when I'm not in work. How are you not used? Let me just catch up. um I was hoping to get info on the threats and harassment. He's good at stuff like that. Like I don't know what was in that link that he put it that was put in to um to the Discord. I don't. I really don't know. But if it was just that whole link to the locale where they were all on about creep show, AI, i.e. creep show on about creep show, then would she really know that there was like a docs in the middle? Because I've gone through that link and, or not necessarily that link, I've gone through a link and I had to go through it like 4 times before I realized, oh shit, there actually is a name in there. So I'm not sure. Would I put it past her? No, of course not. He said back then it wasn't a dox, but now he's on a video saying it wasn't. Exactly that. He's saying when he first had it, he said an attempt dox. That's what he said. That's what he said, an attempt dox. But this is Uni. He'll say words that he feels that will rile the masses. Does that make sense? When Katie did this sort of mini docs, she put out her name Shannon, which was already out there. Thank you. Okay, let me pull that up. But I don't know exactly, Joanna, what was in that link because Katie says it was just saying Shannon. But when I went through all the creep show stuff, like her name was in there, but it was like I went through it about 4 or 5 times before I realized, oh my god, her name actually is in this post. So I don't know. I don't believe that Katie was doing it. If she did it, it wasn't a malicious thing. It was just trying to show all the stuff that was on lolcow. And to be fair, look now, if Uni had listened, maybe would have got the first of the information about this. And not only that, if you listen to Uni's ex-moderators, they say that things like that happen in Uni's Discord all the time. I'm still sticking with my thing. I still believe that he needed something of an excuse to get rid of Katie from his circle, and that was the perfect excuse. I honestly believe it. It's something that I genuinely believe, but I don't know. That's just my beliefs. It's just my opinion, if that makes sense. Because I think he had got as much as he could from her. I think so too, Joe. I think it was just an excuse. And like, let me just put it out there. I'm not in no shape white knighting for Katie Joy here. I'm really not. You know, we're never going to see eye to eye. But I made a promise to her and to my subscribers, and not just that, mainly to myself, that I would never go down that road again of criticizing her just for the sake of criticizing her. Now, if Katie did something bad, I would criticize her, and I would do a video or I would do a live about it and say, Katie did this. I don't think that's right. I would say my piece on it, and it would be done. It would be a one and done. It wouldn't be, you know, vomiting frigging things that Katie had done 2 years ago, 6 months ago, because I don't like it when it's done to me. You know, let's try and see. You know, people can change. I think I've changed to what I used to be. I do too. Hey, people can hope. True. Wrong one. You'll never talking about people I'm familiar with. You are never talking about people I'm familiar with. Sorry, not you. We were just talking crap. We were just on about Unirock and what happened between him and Katie Joy. I know KJ, but not enough to contribute. It's not really that much, though, to contribute, to be honest. Like, she is what she is. She's non-apologetic for who she is. She's made, you know, she's made a name for herself on YouTube with, like, the Duggars and all of that stuff. I don't watch her. I'm not sub to her without a crystal ball. I did like her other channel. I really did. Purely because it was, I don't know, it was more me, but I don't watch the Duggars or anything like that. So I don't watch it. I found her boring, and him too. Unirock can be okay. Out of both of them, I think if I had to watch one, it'd be Unirock. But if she does something that interests me, I will watch it. I've got no qualms with saying I watch it. Like, you know, we all live and learn. Absolutely. I kind of find it interesting that KJ all of a sudden has a stalker since all the Creepshow Emily came out. I agree there, Jean. I think that was really weird as well, that nobody's that all of a sudden. But I could be wrong here. I'm going to need to go to find somebody that actually does literally like know a lot about her. But didn't she say that a long time ago about a stalker that watches her every move and stuff like that? I'm not sure though, but I agree, Jean. Life is a learning lesson. Life is a learning lesson. I agree there, entertainment. People throw word stalking out too, literally. I agree. When will this creep show stuff end? So much new stuff's coming out that I don't know. Like, the sibling put their opinion out, so I don't know. I don't know. It depends. I think it's going to be interesting if she ever wants to come back to the platform. She's really got to come back and eat humble pie. I think I've heard it either from Katie. I think I heard it earlier from Katie. I do too. Creep has bored me too. I think because so many not used to talking about it now, you know. But I will say it again, that Glare, Ready to Glare, I think her name is, a YouTube channel is. If you haven't watched her video, go and watch it. It was literally heartbreaking. Not because of anything Creepshow done to her, as in like treated her badly or anything like that. Just the fact that the pure, like, in her eyes, you could just see the pure sadness, you know? Katie is batshit crazy. She's definitely, she definitely got a way about her, and she can definitely wind people up. I'll definitely do that. Which one? I think it says, I think her name's Ready to Glare, and it says My Side of the Story or something like that. Not used. I can't get it now. I think it's something like that. My Side of the Story, Creepshow Art. But you could see in her eyes, like she was genuinely thought they had a genuine friendship, and that was quite heartbreaking to watch. I found that more sad than the others. In my opinion, KJ jumped on the bandwagon. That is trending. She always does, though. I never heard of her say she had a stalker until this creep show stuff. I could be wrong, Jean. You know me. I'll always admit that I could be wrong. I'm sure that I heard her say that before this, but you're gonna have to ask somebody like that. Does a lot of Katie stuff, because I don't watch her, but I don't know. Something's like, you know, when something's in the back of your head and it's niggling, and I just remember her saying it before that she had somebody was stalking her and knew her every move. It turns out that one of her stalkers is Todd's niece talking all kind of shit in an anti-Katie Discord that got her hurt. Maybe it was that thing then. I can tell you videos to watch that proves that she is innocent of some of the things she's accused of. I saw that party. It's sad. Maybe that's where I'm thinking. Was that recently, Patty? Because I just remember, like not ages ago, like, but before the creep show stuff, let's say that, because you know what I'm like, my timing. Her mentioning about a stalker that kept like following her every move, kind of thing. It was an online stalker from recollection. Because somebody went past her house, didn't they, at one point, and took a photo of her neighbour's house or something. I can't remember what it was. My God, I wish I could remember. But I could be wrong, Jean. So literally, maybe ask somebody who is like up with the KJ stuff, because I'm really not. So I do apologize, babe. I just remember something, but I can't remember what you know if you remember some bits, but you can't remember the full story. So I could be wrong, Jean. And I don't want to like say I'm right. We both probably a bit wrong and a bit right, Jean, knowing us. But saying that, Jean, I am going to say I don't think it was like the Emily thing, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I don't think, if I am correct in what I'm thinking, what happened, I think I don't think it was as bad as like the whole like Emily and what Emily had been through, like, you know, being homeless and the RAPE and that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? It was nowhere near like that from recollection. He got some subscribers team up with Katie, and he didn't get any more by dropping her. Yeah. I totally agree. Yeah, it does. I know. There's probably some truth between both of ours, Jean. Yes, please. Yeah, I just had a recollection of it, but I wish I could remember the full story because then I could say, oh, I remember A, B, and C, but I just don't remember. So I don't want to say 100% yes, she did or no, she didn't, because I just have some recollection of that. But that is like, how do you define a stalker? Do you know what I mean? Like, I remember when a lot of my mods left, my old mods left, they would stalk my YouTube and listen and watch to my every move to criticize me. Does that class as stalking? I don't think so, but it could be by someone else's standards. I will talk later. Bye, Joe. Bye, Joanna. Love you. I'll message you in a little while, babe. Do you know what I mean? That could be classed as stalking, like when your ex mods watch your every damn move just to criticize you. But I don't know. I think the anti community is worse than she is. Some, not all. No, I agree with that. Joe, in fairness, even when you were a bitch, you had a good inner core. Thanks, Patty. I have to go. Nice to have a short while. I'll watch you again tomorrow. Take care. Bye, Ria. Have a great day or night. Have a good rest. Send me that link, Ta. I will, babe. I'll send it when I'm done here. I'll go and get it for you and I'll send it to you. Because I feel bad for her. It was so sad. But I agree, Sheila. Do you know why I agree, though, Sheila, with you? Is that the anti-Katie do and say things about Katie that they criticize Katie for doing and saying. But they're doing it on purpose. Katie's just Katie and she's doing it because she's Katie. Does that make sense? Like, she does things sometimes. She's like one of those shock DJs. Sometimes she does it just because she likes the shock factor. I don't know. I just think it's weird. Like, they'll say, like, what did they say? Oh, Katie calling that kid a brat. And that's not what happened. Somebody in the chat said it. I feel like she's being bratty. Katie got in her own head, repeated what she said, and went, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, she could have just been bratty. It wasn't like, fuck her, she's a brat. Do you know what I'm saying? So it was, although, yes, it was said in a different context to what they were trying to say. But then they were like, then they're okay with criticizing Katie's son. You can't sit there and say, how dare Katie mention children, and then criticize her child, you know, like saying, well, why has he got a feeding tube? Why this? Why that? Why the other? Again, just my opinion, but Uni's mods hate Katie, so that would have saved it for him. Yeah, they did. And they still dumb talk about it all the fucking time. Like, Jesus Christ. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not white knighting for Katie at all. Like, Katie does wrong. She can say things that are inappropriate on times. I'm not disputing that. And sometimes I like why you've left yourself wide open. How long was she with Uni? From December until just when that alleged dox happened, allegedly. So a good few months. It was a good few months. Maybe even a little over a year. There we go. I was gonna say just maybe a little over a year. but he like got so much from being with her. Like a lot of her subs went over and would watch Uni and stuff like that because like, and if you notice with Uni, he'll put without a crystal ball, Katie Joy Paulson in pretty much every video because he knows by putting that in the title that it gets the views, if that makes sense. He'll literally do it all the time. And like, unless I'm actually talking about something, my is normally good morning, hey, how are you? I even now, like, you know, we're talking about Uni and Katie, I won't go back and change the title of the video. It'll just be like what it started with, which I think was good evening. It won't be, oh, I'm talking about Katie, so I'm going to put Katie in the title. I don't do that. Although, to be fair, I still might have her in the tagged part. I might have to check on that. Because I don't think I've actually changed that since, like, I first started up. So I might have to actually change that because I don't think I've actually changed. You know, when you can, like, you have tags, I don't think I've actually changed that since I first started. So I'll have to have a look at that, actually. That's a good point. I might have to change that. 100%, Joe. They just know if they put, you know, Katie in the title, they're gonna get the views. They're gonna get people coming to watch them. Like if I put a title up, "Fuck Katie Joy," and I'm gonna I've got something to say, people would flock in because they'd be like, "Oh, here goes Joe's gonna lose his shit on Katie Joy," and they want to hear that. They want people to bitch about her. They want people to say she's a piece of shit. She's this, she's that, and the other. But like, I'm not going to be fighting other people's battles. Like, I've learnt my lesson on that one. And unless Katie does something to me, then is Katie the Jen of YouTube? I suppose I'd watch that. Or allegedly, you should have heard what I used to be like. Oh my God. I used to be funny. Katie's opinionated. She thinks she's right all the time. Like she does. She's not, I don't know if she's got so much now, but she used to have a very big God complex. So a lot. She used to think that she knew everything kind of thing. I don't know whether she's still the same or whether she's sort of chilled out a bit on that. I know people know when other creators are being talked about in lives. I mean, they came a running. Is that a Discord thing? It probably is. I watched you and Emma many times. Oh, I lost my shit with that. Just because she said about like that's allegedly. No, ma'am. I lost my shit on that. Like, me and my husband have been trying for a baby for a very, very long time. We've tried IVF. We've tried every drug you can possibly think of. We've tried every surgery we can possibly think of. I've had. Why on earth would I ever say anything about babies? Like, that just pissed me off. And that's the sure thing to piss me off, you know? Like, and my husband's been through hell trying to conceive and trying to have a baby. You know, in a 2-year span, I had 8 surgeries. 8 surgeries in a was like 26-month span. That's a lot on somebody's body. My IVFs, I did 2 injections a day for a month. Then having to do progesterone, which is massive suppositories that go up your hoo-ha, and they make you feel absolutely, or your butt. but they make you feel absolutely disgusting. Like, why would I, of all people, talk about? No. Mm-mm.
Is somebody B trying to wrestling again?
No, allegedly was saying, lol, Joe, I watched you and Emma many times. I was having a go at Emma and you calling her a C-U-N-T.
Oh, right. Okay. Shouldn't push buttons that you don't want reaction.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Even
that was
Carl
quite a light
lost.
reaction.
I was going to say, and even Carl lost his temper, and he never, ever normally loses his temper. He's lost his temper at a couple of different people, but he's very, very rarely. He'll like lose it that he's shaped in over me kind of thing. Yeah. The anti-gay community is actually pretty funny. If you catch Katie picking her nose, the channel will war about the finger that she used. True. Is Jack Anybody better? Sorry if you already said, I just got here. He is a little better, Kirsten, thank God. He's still not 100%. He's found his voice back, Kirsten. He's now not like doing a little ow. His voice is not all the way back, but it's very loud. But yeah, he's getting better, thank you. We bought him some wet food. We got him some chicken and anything just to try and get him to eat at the moment because he's lost, quite a bit of weight. Not really. Katie has content, which she keeps getting subscribers. And that's the thing with Katie. Like, love her or hate her, she's freaking good at what she does. Her subscriber count, even when all the thing happened the beginning of December in 2019, she still didn't lose that many subscribers, So she still doesn't have that. She does her dirty work and her little rants on IG. She doesn't tend to put the crappy shit on her channel, which you've got to give her credit for that. You really have. She runs her YouTube as a business. She runs it as, as it should be run and to make money, Like, I couldn't make the money that she does because I couldn't do the content that she does or want to do the content that she does, to be honest, either. I'm so happy he's better. Thanks, Kirsten. Me too, girl. I'm not as worried anymore. I was so worried. Like, oh my God, I was so worried. I was a mess. Joe, you and I already know who some of the stalkers are. Think deep. Oh, I thought about it after I said it, Patty. I think there's a few that watch her every move just so they got content. But this is the thing, like, I don't think, like, when Katie was saying a stalker, I don't think she was meaning like Creepshow did to Emily. I really don't. The niece just came out last night. Oh, wow. But I think she was meaning as in people watch her every move, stalkerish, I think that's what she meant rather than as in Emily Artful. When she was stalked, she lost her job, she got made homeless, and even though they did try and contact Todd's job and which is crazy. Crazy. You have to let me know, Jean, if you're still here. If you find out, you have to let me know what you find out. But what you've got to remember with Katie as well is when things come out, it sort of gives her the reasoning to say things. I think she's one of these that unless like it came out first, she's not going to say it. But again, I don't know. This is so going to be taken as me white knighting for Katie. You know that, right? Everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my God, Joe's white knight in for Katie again." And it's like, no, I'm not. Oh, it's definitely targeted harassment, 100%. There's no disputing that. It's just what degree. I'm not sure the I do know the definition, but would that be classed as a definition of stalking? Because even though, like, I will admit, I don't think Katie was stalked as much as like Creepshow allegedly stalked Emily. Just as FYI, I'm saying allegedly just because I believe Emily. But saying that, I'm not sure if it can be still called stalking, but definitely targeted harassment, 100%. It's like I was just saying earlier, can, like when my mods left, they opened their channel and their whole channel was just to batter me. Is that called stalking, or is that targeted harassment, or is that just bitchiness? Do you know? I don't know. And I've even been told that a couple of them with the main ringleader obviously tried to strike my channel so many times, but it didn't work. And I got told that just recently that, they tried to strike my channel so many times, but my channel was never put down. But because I don't actually say anything drastic on my channel, I literally just talk. I just talk crap. I don't actually target and say, oh, well, I hate such and such a bitch, or this and that and the other. The only sort of targeted people we're speaking about at the moment was Creepshow because of all the stuff that has currently happened. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit more difficult when it comes to that. But I don't know. But we are coming up to an hour, or we are actually over an hour. So I'm going to be getting off, and it's getting late here. It's past 10 p.m. It's 10:15. I appreciate everyone coming along. Sorry you were late coming in, Kirsten. I apologize. I will speak to. I might do a live tomorrow. I don't know yet though. I'll do a post or schedule it if I do, so everybody's aware. I really appreciate everyone coming to join me, and I love you guys, and I shall speak to you all again soon. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.